Hey guys. Hello everybody. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday Season 2, Episode 18. Today's topic is cheating. Ugh, look, I always mess up. Cheating, choices, and chances. So I got so much feedback on this. Before before the show even started, I got text messages and inboxes, and people are like, oh my goodness, what are you talking about? I posted a couple like memes and things just to give people an idea of, hey babe, an idea of like what I was going to be talking about, and just some different ways that the topic can be interpreted. So excuse me, I'm sweating like I'm fresh out the shower, so sorry I don't have on no makeup, but I did do my hair for y'all, so hope y'all like it, because barely, child. I was hot and my hair looked like shark shit. So yeah, so hey, I'm gonna give everybody a second. I'm gonna give myself a second to catch my breath because I was like late. I was like 1 minute late. So, and y'all was right there, so I appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate all the love. Before I get into the topic, I want to thank everybody for your support with the Just Be You movement. You guys have been posting, reposting, buying shirts, keychains, crops, hats, like things are going, and I just wanted to definitely take a minute to, definitely express my sincere appreciation to everybody that's, just taking the time to think about what the movement means. And if you have any more questions or if you have anything to say, definitely reach out to me. If you want to get some gear, I'm around, hit me up. But it's something that's really dear to me. It's like not even just a movement, but something that I try to live by, like a lifestyle that I try to live by, that I try to partake in, because I feel, and I understand the importance of, how serious it is and how easy it is to get wrapped up in trying to be somebody else or anybody else or whatever. So I definitely just want to, like I said, thank everybody for being a part of and, supporting and just even asking questions. Like that alone just, tells me that, people are at least interested, trying to figure out what am I doing, what am I talking about. And yeah, so I definitely encourage you guys, as well as myself, just to just be you. That's the one thing that we're all perfect at. You can try to do this and you can get skills and talents, but the one thing that you can do flawlessly without any error is just be yourself. So that's my little spiel on the Just Be You movement. And like I said, thank you guys all for your support with that and just, being around. But it's Talk to Me Tuesday, and this topic is like, oh my God. So I'm going to pause y'all so I can get my life, and hold on. All right, I'm back. That look better? I see my eyebrows. I was really sweating. But anyway, that's that fat girl shit. When you get fresh out the shower, you be like moving around. That's how I be. But anyway, so yeah. So about the topic. So cheating. Now, I want to first start with what is cheating. Like, I feel like, especially today's time, like, not that I'm super old, but I feel like we live in a lifestyle of fucking gray area. Like, everything is so, thank you. Everything is so, well, I don't know, and it depends, and I'll let you know, and, so I feel like the best way to identify cheating, it breaks down to a few things. So, outside of the obvious, we all know that cheating is clearly if you have sex with somebody. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you have sex with somebody else, that's cheating. That's like, duh. If you're oral sex, all that. Oral sex and, giving, receiving, intercourse, lesbian sex, anal sex period, that's like, okay, we don't have to go there. We're very aware that that's cheating. If you have somebody and you're in a relationship and you have sex with somebody else, that's clearly cheating. But I I feel like we need to break down, we need to start by breaking down what is cheating. So outside of the obvious, again, I would say anything that would not look right in your partner's eyes. Like anything that you feel like if your partner, your significant other, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your bae, your boo, your joint, your shorty, your main piece, whatever the fuck you want to call them. If that person, something that would, if that person found out what you were doing, or, you know, was to give you a yeah or no to do whatever it is that you're doing, if you feel like their response or their feedback to that would be it's a no, then you're probably cheating. So that's, I feel like the major one. If you cut out the gray area, then it's just like anything that would be wrong to them, anything that they would consider wrong or not right or get them upset. Anything that you feel like you have to hide, any type of secrets that you feel like you have to hide, anything you feel like you got to delete out your phone, anything you feel like you got to omit, anything you feel like you shouldn't say, anything you feel like you can't say, anything you feel like you don't want them to find out, anything that's like a secret, like an intentional secret, is probably cheating or leading to cheating, or, you know, intending on cheating, which takes me to my next one. What is your motive behind what you're doing? You know, like, how do you feel about your actions? Like, how do you feel about what you're doing? Like, if you're, let's give an example. If you are, let's say it's something considered harmless flirting, like flirting with somebody at your job, and, you know, it's just harmless, and it's just John, and we just see each other in the lunchroom, and it's nothing major, like I flirt with him a little bit, you know, whatever. But when you get to a place where, you know what I mean, you are anticipating seeing John, or you're anticipating a conversation that y'all are going to have, or, oh, I can't wait to the Christmas party because he's going to get drunk and I'm going to be there. It's just like, you know, even though it's just like, well, I'm not cheating, I'm just harmlessly flirting with him. But at some point, if you begin to anticipate and build up anxiety and anxiousness of the possibilities of the interactions that you have with this person, even if they are harmless, then that is, in my opinion, and based on research, because a lot of things I talk about is my opinion, but guys, I do try to do my research, so I did want to put that out there. That's a form of cheating. And of course, a major one is, how would you feel? Like literally, like legit, like, you know, we all say karma's a bitch and do unto others as you want them to do unto you and all of that. And based on that saying, how would you feel if, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether it's texting, sending pictures, smiling at somebody, touching somebody's butt, whatever that is, how would you feel if your partner was doing the same thing? If you found out, you know, the same thing was happening, how would you feel about that? So that is, like, I feel like the major one. I know for me, that's my major one. That's my major, probably shouldn't do this. Or if I'm doing it, it's just like, yeah, I kind of feel bad, because even if it may be harmless, I know I wouldn't be okay with this. If you know you wouldn't be okay with it, then don't do it. Or you know you're doing something wrong. I'm not going to say don't do it. We're not there yet. But that's how you know that there's something now on the table that you may or may not be doing correctly, properly, appropriately, whatever. And I feel like, last but not least, what are your intentions? What is the motive behind with the things that you're doing? If you really just flirt with this person at your job because you don't have nothing else to do and your job is boring and you hate the people in your office and this is the only person that makes you laugh, and it's just like, I really, like, not even in a million years don't want anything out of John in the water cooler. It's just not even that type of party. It's really, like, legit harmless. I don't think about him. I don't care. I don't even think he's attractive. I really just do it just because. No, I'm not. Just because, then it's just like, okay. Then my intentions are nothing. It is really, that makes it harmless flirting. But when your intentions or your motive behind things are oh, well, this probably could be a thing, and I'm just going to see how far I can go. And if the time comes and she let me, then I'm going to do it. But I don't know, like, who knows? Like, possibilities are endless. If that's where you are with the situation, then yeah, your intentions are more malicious. If you're in a situation, of course, we're talking about you're only cheating if you're with somebody, or if you have a situation, an existing situation, and that's what I'll get to next. Cheating, even you take it to the grave, or have that person who you gonna ride for. Yeah, we'll get to that. You'll get to that. But so that takes me to my next point. As far as, determining your intentions, figuring out what would you want the other person to be doing to you. Would you be okay if you found out these same things were happening? That's how you can determine and define what is cheating. Am I cheating? Is this cheating? Is this wrong? We could just start with wrong. Is this wrong? Is this going to hurt another person? Whatever, however you want to look at it. So I feel like before you can establish if you're cheating on somebody or if you're doing something wrong, you need to clarify the essence or the status or the nature of your relationship. Now, I feel like in this time, in this era, in this millennium, whatever you want to call it, that is the hardest part. And that is where so many people go wrong. This is why this is a conversation. Solely because a lot of people don't want to establish, yeah, we're good. Yes, we go together. Yes, we're engaged. Yes, we're exclusive. Yes, we're dating. Yes, I'm not talking to no, whatever, however you want to look at it. And so many people don't do that. And it's just so much, oh, well, yeah, we just talking, or we just, and then most of it is typically, usually 9 times out of 10, it's like one-sided. So it's just like, if you think, like, let's say we're talking about a girl and a guy. So we just explained what some of the different, forms of cheating are. But if you're a person that doesn't feel like you're in a situation, if you don't feel like you're in a relationship, then you're not going to feel like you're cheating. You're not going to feel like anything you're doing is wrong because you don't have anything established. So I feel like, honestly, most of that is more like emotional, and because then we say, no, we're not together. No, we're not dating. No, we're not doing this. I'm just talking to her, or he's just my friend, or, we're friends with benefits, or, or we're broken up, or any of those things, because they all apply, and I'll go deeper into them during the show. But I feel like the major thing that we don't do often enough is determine the nature of the relationship. So I feel like this works interchangeably, because you may or may not feel like or know if you're cheating on somebody if you haven't determined the relationship. But on the flip side, think about the forms of cheating, and that can tell you if you're in a relationship with this person or not. Because granted, on your end, it's just like, well, she ain't say we was together, so if I do this, and that, then I'm cool because we ain't together. But on the flip, if she do this, and that, I know I said we ain't together, but I'm not going to be okay with it. Then maybe y'all need to be together. Maybe y'all need to sit down. I don't know if you guys write a note. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Yes, no, or maybe. Listen, I need to know what's the situation. Because if you keep with the gray area, then that's how people get hurt. That's how you fuck up. Because then it's just like, y'all may or may not have established it verbally, and y'all may not have communicated it in the form that, yes, I want to be in a relationship with you. Yes, I'm ready to settle down with you, whatever. But then you fuck up all your chances of that even happening, because now you're doing that shit, and now I'm just like, well, I don't even know if I want to be with you, if I want to pursue anything with you, if we even have the option or opportunity to do anything, because you can't even chill. Like, you can't even work this out. You can't even figure out what you want to do with me and be with just me while you're figuring that out. So everybody's situation is different, and I don't want to talk in circles with that, because that's really like a circumstantial thing. Like, that's really person to person. Everybody's situation is just going to be a little different. So, some of y'all are okay with not, not having a title. And a lot of people get wrapped up in, oh, a title is just so stupid. But the reality is, a title is what puts pressure on people to make a decision. Like, you have to, because then a lot of people don't want to be held accountable. And I'll get into that, and that's where we'll go next. But it gives you, the title gives you a responsibility, a sense of responsibility. You are now responsible. You have now accepted and admitted, and now you're actively participating in a relationship or a situationship or datingship, or however you guys want to whatever terminology you choose to use. But you have now, put yourself in that situation. Now you have some accountability. Now it's just like, if I do wrong, then yes, this is not my girlfriend. If the things that I do, I have to consider her feelings or his feelings or this and that. That is something that you have a responsibility that you take on when you get into a relationship with a person or a situationship or whatever, when you decide to take things to an exclusive level. So I feel like I said, if you guys, or if I'll say we, I will speak as a forum, because these are mistakes that we've all made, including myself. But if you don't establish a realistic, relationship, whatever that is, whatever we're doing, I need to know exactly what we're doing, because then there is no boundaries. There are no boundaries established. There are no guidelines established, because there is nothing established. I don't know what's what. So I can't say if I'm doing right or wrong anyway. So I feel like that is a major, 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 major key. I find that I have fun with women at work that are less attractive than my wife. She looks at them and she feels secure, and I'm not attracted to them. They just funny. Yeah, so like I said, it really depends on, it's all about motive, guys. Like, it really is about the motive. And which is what gets me to my next point. My conversation just flowing today. Why do people cheat? That is like a question that we must get to the bottom of. Why do we cheat? Now, I'd like to break this down by, like, why do women cheat? Why do men cheat? Now, granted, we have other people and transgenders and lesbians and homosexuals and gay guys. I'm just getting to the basic science of why do women cheat? Why do men cheat? I don't have all the answers, but these are some of the most popular answers. For women, we'll do women first. And guys, I hope you guys are listening, writing this down. Ladies, take notes, because I was surprised. Take notes. Women cheat. I feel like the top reason for women cheating is attention. So whether it's lack of attention that you're getting in your current relationship, or just the attention that you're getting from guys, and it gives you a certain amount of confidence, and it's just like, it's just overwhelming, and I just did it. Like, we could go back into the motives, and it's just like, okay, the real reason is, okay, yeah, not only is this person giving me attention, but you don't give me any, so it's just like, whoa, what the fuck am I missing? I might as well get what it is that I want or deserve or need or whatever. For revenge, and I'm not saying men don't, this is how I have the list broken down. So if you guys have any feedback, I'm definitely open to it, but this is the list that I developed and that I created, and what I got out of the research that I did, as well as personal experience. So I feel like women cheat for the top reasons are typically attention, revenge. If you do them dirty, child, you sleep with Shantanika at your job, and I'm gonna fuck your brother and your dad just because, and you gonna feel it, and you gonna feel all the pain that I felt, and then we'll be even, and I still love you. So that's really a thing. Like, people really go out of their way to be vengeful and get you back, and they don't even care about nobody. They don't even care about those other persons. They're not even trying to leave you. They just want to get you back. Another one is bad sex. If women are not being pleased sexually, they will cheat on you. They may not leave you because they love you and they're loyal or whatever, but they very well may have to step out and get what it is that they need you know, what they need. Their needs need to be met at some way. They have to be met. I saw that, and I'm going to get to that. Financial independence. Now, like I said, I did a little bit of research, but after thinking about it and really, like, kind of taking a poll mentally and everything, a lot of women cheat solely based on, like, their financial independence. It's just like, the reality is, if you fucking with a nigga that, and I'm just gonna speak on, you know, heterosexual relationships, and if you're a woman that is dating a man that don't work, don't have no money, never got nothing to buy them, can't never buy them shit, can't never do anything for them, you know, always just laying around with no business, no nothing, and they out here busting their ass, they got all this money, they got Gucci, Louis, Prada, nice car, it's just like, I'm just doing it because I can, shit, like, because I'm running this, you know, and that's a thing, and I'm just trying to touch on a lot of different areas, not just me, not just people that I know, but just in general, because I don't know who's watching. Hopefully there are some new people or whatever the case, and there's a lot of different situations, but I have seen and determined that is definitely one of the top, like, 5 reasons that women cheat on their partners, on their male partners especially. And a big one, not in no particular order, I'll say, but insecurity or validation. It can be tied into the attention, but I feel like so the beauty of a woman's body is amazing. Like, the body of a woman is an amazing, powerful being. Women are very powerful, very sensual, all of that. So if you, as a woman, or men, if a woman feels insecure in any other area of herself, especially if she feels insecure in the relationship, if anything has been done to her or anything she has felt about herself, whether it be in the past or in your relationship, if you make her feel stupid, if you make her feel unsexy, unattractive, fat, ugly, anything, the insecurities can fuel her cheating, because now she is looking for that validation from elsewhere. And the reality is, she will get it. The whole term, one man's trash is another man's treasure, is just like, if I even feel like, and men, I'm speaking to you solely because it may not even be something that you're doing intentionally. You may not come out your mouth and say, babe, you're ugly. No, but it may be something about what you're doing, how you're treating her, how you're talking to her, how you're acting, that gives her the impression of insecure. You know what I mean? That makes her less secure in her situation, makes her less secure in her place in your life, makes her less secure and attractive. But she will seek that validation from elsewhere. She will regain her sense of security, which she may think she's regaining her sense of security by sleeping with somebody that's, you know, highly attracted to her. Somebody on Facebook is basically saying some folks just like that new car smell. That is the main one. A lot of people, especially men, and it's mainly on the men's list, and I don't like to make it seem like men are so shallow, but it's on the men's list more so than the women's list. But most cheating is just a crime of opportunity. Literally. It's just like, I could, so I did. This just happened. Like, it just happened. That really is a possibility. Sometimes it really just happens. Sometimes you just at the right place clearly not the right place, because you're in a relationship and you shouldn't be doing it. But it really, those times really happen when you're out and you're drunk and you see a gorgeous woman and she just walks up to you and, like, plants one on you. Now, if you like me, you'll be grossed out and smack the bitch. But if you twisted and, you know what I mean, you lit and you've been looking at her all night and it's just like, yes, I love my girlfriend. Yes, I love my wife. Yes, I love my husband. Yes, I love my man. But shit, I'm just in the moment. And the opportunity is here and it just happened and we're in the bed. And before you know it, you land on the bathroom of fucking Fat Tuesdays. Like, whoa, how did this happen? Shit. What the fuck did I do? You know, and of course, yes, I have people saying, like, it makes you weak, and you know, and you're weak-minded. Yes, definitely. But I'm just referencing and going down the list of the different reasons of cheating, and crimes of opportunity are really legitimate. And I'm not saying that they're excusable. That's up to your partner to excuse you or not excuse you, but we have to consider them when we're going down this list. So those are my list created for why women cheat. Now, on to the fellas. Why do men cheat? The insecurity is so real. Men are sometimes, I don't want to say more insecure than women, but because men are, their genetic makeup is to not be as emotional and not be as transparent about their feelings and things. So the insecurities about a man, or the insecurities of a man, are so much more deep rooted. They're more deep rooted. They're more hidden, and they're, women will do things like we'll cry, we'll stomp around, we'll get fat, we'll eat donuts, we'll, just whine and complain, or we'll do shit like get our body done and make ourselves feel better and start dressing like skanks or whatever. But a male, they don't even really know how to, and I don't want to, for all the men out here, I'm not trying to discount your emotions or discount your abilities to express your emotions, but this is just reality. And if you go on if you survey 100 people and 73% say, so that's what I'm going. Generally, there are the exception of that men that are really emotional and really in touch with their feelings, and they cry and they talk and they say this and that. That's fine. But typically, men are more guarded with their emotions, guarded with their feelings, and they will do things like be extremely sexually active and cheat and things like that as a form of, battling within. So the insecurities of a man are serious, and that is a lot of men that just are serial cheaters, and they just don't have the ability to be the monogamous, and they just can't stay in a monogamous relationship, and they are always doing something. It can be several reasons for that, and it can be mostly stem from insecurities. They can be insecure about themselves, and same thing like on the women's side, they may not feel as worthy, especially if they got a good woman. May not feel as worthy. They may not feel that they are at the status that they should be. They may not feel like they have the biggest dick, the best sex. They may not be as caring. Whatever the case, there's a lot of insecurities about a man that can cause him to cheat. It's not okay. It's not an excuse, but it can be an explanation. A lot of men are damaged. It kind of ties in with insecurities, but I'll say damaged as separate, simply because, I speak about this in my show often. Like, we, as people, as adults, I'll say, we're all a product of our past, good, bad, or indifferent. The things that we have gone through has made us who we are today. Whatever those are, you got mommy issues, daddy issues, you got touched on by your pastor, you got touched on by your basketball coach, all that all comes together. And again, men are made up to be a little bit stronger, especially exterior. They don't really get the opportunity always to express their emotions and, be that emotional being. So they act out in different ways. They're battling within, and they do shit like, well, it's easy. All these bitches want me, and I could very well stick my dick in anybody and feel better for the moment. But they be damaged as shit. And I will say to all the men and to all the women on the show, and that are going to be watching this later and tomorrow and whatever, that all this ties into the type of partner that you have, the type of partner that you look for, and the type of partner that you at least desire to be. But I'll get into that. I did just want to touch on that though. Another reason is a lot of men have unrealistic expectations. So, especially in 2016, 17, damn, I took us back a year, sorry. In today's time, just like with women and just like with my Just Be You movement, it's a lot of things, a lot of misconceptions of reality. a lot of picture perfect things. It's a lot of beautiful women out here. It's a lot of sexy women out here. It's a lot of TV shows that show you that girls do this, the right woman do that, wifey material is this, your body should look like this, you should cook these amount of days, you should make this amount of money, you should suck the dick the way this way, you should be able to take it in your ass, take it in your ear, you should, like, all of those things, those unrealistic expectations. So when you get a real live human woman that is not perfect by a long shot, and you have this idea, you have already developed this idea and this image of the perfect woman that you want to be with, or that exists, and this person that you're with does not live up to that, which nobody will. I will put that out there. Nobody is perfect. There will always be a flaw that you'll find in somebody. But when you go into situations, or if you live a life full of unrealistic expectations, then when you get a real woman, it's gonna shock you. Like, well, what about this part? No, where is all the other shit? Because you don't got all of this. So that can chase you to cheat too, because you don't even know. You're not even realistic. You don't have a clue on what real women and real flaws and real stretch marks and real blubber and real nappy ass hair and what girls look like without their lace fronts, and when makeup comes off, and she might look good when she got on jeans and high heels, but when she take her fucking shoes off, her feet stink, or she got crusty toes, or like whatever. It can be any of those things. But when you go into a situation looking for perfection, or seeking perfection, or expecting perfection, then you disappoint yourself, and that's when you end up stepping out, looking for the new car smell, or looking for the Mrs. Perfect. You will always be searching for Mrs. Perfect, because there is no such thing. So you'll be alone, basically. Another one can be that you're like bored. It's just like, again, that can be like a crime of opportunity. It's just like, it wasn't nothing else to do. It really, like, legit, I didn't have nothing else to do. Or I'm bored in this relationship. I'm bored in this situation. We do the same shit all the time. We go to the same place to eat. We have sex the same way. You wear the same corny ass lingerie. You do the same 3 moves, and we listen to the same music. You light the same candle. You do the same moans. We have sex the same 7 minutes, and then we go to sleep. I'm gonna cheat on you. This is boring. Sorry. Like it or not, women, I'm talking to y'all. It happens. I'm fucking bored. This is boring. That's human nature. Excite me. And that's what I think a lot of people don't realize, especially women. And I'll say us as women, because I've been in this situation in several different occasions. You have to take responsibility in where you are as a partner. It's not just, oh, you should love me. You said you love me, so do whatever. And whatever I got, whatever I'm bringing should be enough. No, you better keep up the fucking good work, bitch, because competition is out here. And it's not about competing with the next, but it's more so about keeping your person. I want to keep you. I want to make you happy. I don't want to get bored either. I don't want you to get bored with me. I want this, so I'm going to do whatever I need to do. I'm going to be researching, Googling, thinking the shit, buying toys, all that, because this is what I want. I want to make you happy. So that woman, you need to get on board with that, or you'll continuously be cheated on. Let me see. Some people also, men and women, but since I'm one of the men, but I'm bringing this to a close as far as reasoning. So a lot of people do things to end a relationship. Like, I just saw somebody say that you can't keep anybody that doesn't want to be kept. If somebody doesn't want to be in a situation, they may or may not be strong enough, bold enough, even cruel enough or rude enough or, straightforward enough to tell you straight up, I don't want to do this. So they do shit to sabotage the situation. It's just like, well, I know it's not right, but if you find out, we'll break up, and I don't really want to be here anyway, so I don't care. Which takes us back to the motive. It's just like, it's all about why you're doing these things. If a relationship is not meant to be had and meant to be kept and, meant to be flourished, and it's not something you want to be in, then you will do whatever. Like, you lose your compassion for the situation. You really have no fucks left to give. So it's just like, well, whatever. I don't care anyway. I don't care if she finds out. She's gonna be mad, she's gonna cry, but I don't want to be with her, so it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it might sound fucked up and I might sound like an asshole, but like deep down inside, I don't even want to be with her, so I don't care. And that's, again, I'm not saying that these are excuses, but we're just talking about the reasons that people do what they do. And at the end of the day, somebody that is somewhere that they don't want to be physically, they've already left mentally, so they're just going to do whatever. And you, on the other hand, you may be the partner, like, oh my God, why did you cheat on me? But it's just like, well, I didn't really care. It's not fair to make you the culprit why somebody is a dick. No, I'm just saying, more so realistically, like, people just, that's just one of the reasons. That's just on my list of reasons why, people do these things. To sabotage, self-sabotage, or relationship sabotage. Some people feel like they rushed into a situation, they're not ready, shit getting too real, and it's just like, oh, I gotta do something to shake shit up and fuck shit up. There are fuck-ups out here. Some people are just pure fuck-ups, and they just do dumb shit just to fuck up a situation. Whether it's out of fear, whether it's out of boredom, whether it's out of I don't want to do this, whether it's out of I think I don't want to do this, whatever, people do it, and they do it all the time. So those are some of my research reasons on why men and women cheat. Like I said, the main ones are opportunity, and things like that. But if it's something that's premeditated, such as, insecurities and, reason wanting to end things and all of that, then it's time to get to the last portion of the show, which questions chance. Is this something, this is the major question, because everybody says we all have, we sit down and say, men and women, we all have this whole, if I found out my girl was doing this, I'm gonna go such and 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 such. Or if I found out my nigga was doing this, I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna leave him, he better not ever call me again, he better not ever talk to me again, I'm gonna key his car, I'm gonna beat him up, I'm gonna beat his mom up, I'm gonna beat that bitch up, I'm gonna fuck her up, I'm gonna shoot the nigga, we all have those pre-existing claims and ideas and, illusions on what we'll do if we're cheated on. If I found out if I find out you fucking that bitch, I'ma beat your ass, I'ma fuck you up, I'ma throw all your clothes out the fucking window, you better not ever talk to me again, you gonna be a lonely son of a bitch, but nobody knows. You can think whatever you want to think, you can say whatever you want to say, you can have plan after plan, you can have the bullets and the fucking gun. But nobody knows how they're gonna react until the time comes. And your reaction and anything after that is all based on, or should be based on, the value that you have in this relationship, period. Now, anybody that doesn't agree, I'm more than welcome to hear your comments, but the value that you place on the relationship means everything. That means everything. That is how you tell yourself, can I forgive him? Can I take her back? Can we fix this? Is this fixable? Even just to find out, the desire to find out why. Why is this happening? Not what did I do, but why is this happening? How is this happening? How did this happen? What were you thinking? Where were you at? How long has this been going on? To even have the desire to ask those questions really determines, how you feel about this person and how you feel about this relationship, what the potential of this relationship is, how vested you are in it, how much it means to you. That's what we're going to talk about next. So before we move on to that, I'm just going to read some of these comments because I see y'all been going ham. A lot of times men are seen by other men and some women as effective if they were with a lot of women. That's true. Not true, Maurice. They're looked at as scum, believe it or not. Mommy issues, but who really is perfect? Perfection is per person only. Right. Yes, the 80-20 rule. That's a major one. I did want to mention that. I did see that, Donna, and I did just want to mention that. The 80-20 rule basically goes back to when we were talking about the perfections. A lot of people, men and women, go through life not understanding the concept of the 80-20 rule, and they will leave their very stable, secure situation where they are 80% taken care of. Nobody will make you 100% happy. You're not going to be happy 365 days of the year. Nobody's going to do every single thing that you want. People have flaws, and that is how you get to your 80th. If you find somebody that makes you 80% happy and you're 80% comfortable with, and you will fuck up, because there's always going to be that extra 20% out there that this person just doesn't have, and they just can't develop. But you will leave your 80 for the 20, and then you'll just have 20. Now you have nothing else. For those who didn't know that, I just wanted to comment on that. I'm petty, everything in my name, bye-bye. Okay. Some our Instagram is basically saying can't keep anything that wants to be kept. I know some guy who said he loves his wife, but he doesn't believe we are meant to be monogamous, so he steps out on occasion. I don't know about that one. I mean, some people, people's beliefs are different. And yeah, Rita, I definitely agree that you can't keep anybody that wants to be kept. It's all about, like I said, it's all about their intentions. It's not fair for you to make up, right? I also know a lot of people start off looking this way, and then they get the person and they stop because now they feel right. Yeah, so that's a whole thing as far as what you need to do to keep your partner happy and all of that, and I'll get into that. So basically, to bring us to where we are right now, you need to, number one, understand what cheating is. If you have determined or established what the nature of your relationship is, you'll be able to figure out if what you're doing is wrong or right. Why we cheat. If you don't want to focus on why somebody's cheating on you, focus on why you may have cheated. I feel like the statistics show that 1 in every 5 person has cheated at some point. You may not be cheating on the person you're with right now. You may not intend on ever cheating on anybody again, but 1 in 5 people have cheated at least once in their life. So that's a thing. So if you don't want to focus on why somebody is doing this, and you're not at a place mentally where you're ready to dig deeper into the reasonings behind things, then focus on the reasons why you may have done something. And at the very least, it will give you some clarity and closure and help to avoid these things happening again, because again, that's what this is all about. Everybody makes mistakes, and if you do make a mistake, you need to determine if something is reconcilable. That's the word, sorry. So that brings me to chance, to the chance portion of cheating, choices, and chances. So I will start by saying not everybody deserves a second chance. Not every situation is second chance worthy. If you guys are paying attention and you follow the steps based on how I'm saying them, the nature of the relationship, the nature of the act, the reasoning behind the reason that they're doing this will get you your answer. Is this even something worth doing? Is this a situation that I have longevity in? Is this a situation I want longevity in? Is this a person that I really, really love and care about? Is this a situation I even care about? If I close my eyes, can I see myself with this person next year, 3 years, 5 years? Do we have a plan? Are we vested? Am I happy? They may have cheated on me, but was I happy anyway? Is there a sense of release somewhere in the back of my mind? Like, I'm salty, I'm upset, that is over. Oh well, and I ain't the bad guy. So if you feel that way, there are people out here that feel that way. Then don't try to fix it. Don't. It's not worth it. Okay, you cheated on me, that's cool, you good, you got it, fuck out of here, blah, 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 blah. Don't never talk to me again. I'm going to delete your number. We're never going to talk again, and you can fuck off. But some of us, it's not that easy. Some situations that you're in, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. It's not so clean, cut, and dry. We're not in high school. You're not in 8th grade, and it's just like, oh, this is my little boyfriend, and I'm going to have a new boyfriend by 3rd period. Like, it's not that type of situation. So if you're at a place, if you're at a place in your life, or if you're in a place in the relationship that you're in, and it has a sense of value, then there is the point of chance. Is there a chance? Do we have a chance? So again, I just did a little bit of research, and we'll go into that. The first thing that I think is major in regards to reconciliation, or reconciling the situation, fixing it, giving the person a second chance, or giving the relationship a second chance, is do not run away. Figuratively, literally, emotionally, whatever. Do not dismiss the situation. Do not hang up on them, block them, delete their number, ignore them, and then just say, okay, well, we're done. You cheated on me, we're done. I never want to talk to you again. Before you get to, you know, all these things we just went over. Well, why is this happening? And you know, and trying to figure that out. And again, I'll say, and this is going to be my last time saying it. If you don't have the mentality and your first thought is not, well, why is this happening? How could you do this? If you don't think like that, then you probably don't give a fuck anyway. And that's okay. I don't care. You really can go about your business. But if those are your thoughts, then don't dismiss the situation. Do not. And don't. I'm sure we've all done it, and most of you guys can agree, but that is like the number one reason that things don't get better, that you can't fix things. Like, that makes shit, like, I say at least 30% harder to fix the longer you go. I guess, like, the longer you go without talking about it, the longer you dismiss it, like let's say in the first couple hours, and you just, now I'm not saying if you walk in on the person and now you boiling mad, but I'm saying, like, don't dismiss the relationship. Don't just assume right away that I cheated or you cheated on me and now we're done. Again, I believe that I'm talking to adults here, and I hope that you guys are able to process this properly. So that's the one thing you don't want to do. Don't just automatically assume that the relationship is over. And if you are the cheater, do not run away. When you run away, or you say, if somebody says something like, oh, well, I don't want to be with you, fuck you, I can't believe you did this to me, and you're just like, okay, well, you said you didn't want to be with me, so I didn't call you, I just deleted your number, I just blocked you, I just moved, and I just, you need to understand what that tells the other person. That tells them that I don't care. I don't even take responsibility for this. You're not at a place where you're able to be responsible and take the heat. You're just a coward. That makes you a coward. It's just like, okay, well, that is the easy way out. Somebody breaking up with you and you not having to address this and fix this and work hard to rebuild your relationship. That's the easy way out. And again, if that's what you want, then you're free. And if you're the person, if you're the damaged person, or if you're the victim, so to speak, then you're fucked. But, you know, you just have to figure that out. But yeah, so don't run away, because that releases you from all your responsibility. You don't have to address, you don't even have to accept or address this. You don't even have to admit it anymore. It's just like, well, she broke up with me, so I ain't even have to tell her what happened. Try to determine, again, the root of the problem. What is going on? Why did you do this? If you get the questions, if you ask the questions or get to the reasoning behind the questions that I said, why do men cheat? Why do women cheat? If you figure that out and you can get to, okay, babe, I cheated because this person made me feel sexy, and and then it's just like, well, do I not make you feel sexy? Well, no, not really, because you don't really look at me and you don't really touch me and we haven't had sex in like 3 months, and it's just like, Oh. So no, I'm not saying take full responsibility for your partner cheating on you, because no, you didn't fuck around, they did. But you are in a relationship and you need to identify that at some point there was something you did not do, or something that you did do that has gotten you where you are. Has attributed, at the very least, has attributed to the situation. It might not be your fault and you might not be solely responsible, but something about that situation, you have somehow played a part in the attribution to getting to this point. So yeah, I just feel like figuring out what, you can't say that you're going to fix something if you don't figure out why it happened in the first place. You can't just put some duct tape on your damn car when the engine falls out and just keep driving, because the shit gonna fall right out again. It's just like, I need to know why the fuck my engine keeps falling out. Because what the fuck is going on? You know, like, you can't just, it's that just that simple. I hope y'all get it. So again, if you want to reconcile, then the prime foundation of reconciliation is figuring out what is wrong, what's going on, so that we really can fix it. We can work on fixing it. We have to start with knowing what we're fixing. Next is you have to, and I feel like this is a big one, and I feel like it speaks volumes that people don't realize. You have got to cut off communication with the other person. If you have cheated on your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend with somebody, anybody, you need to cut them off. It does become harder if it's somebody that, number one, you've developed feelings for, or if this has been an affair that's been going on for a long time, or it's somebody at your job, or somebody in your family, best friend, or something like that, somebody that you're going to come in contact with frequently. But I'd say a good 68% of the time, if you have a good chance of reconciling, then you have got to cut the other person off. And I say that because not in a manner of, oh, well, she told me never to talk to her again, so yo, bitch, I can't talk to you. But you have to understand the message that tells your partner. Because where you need to be as the cheater in a situation like this is you have to be at full relinquishment of responsibility. I mean, not relinquishment. Full admittance and acceptance of responsibility. I fully accept that I did wrong. I am wrong, period. Even if my reasoning behind it is I'm insecure and you didn't make me happy and this and that. The reality is I should have broke up with your ass. But I didn't. I stayed with you and I cheated on you. So I am wrong. I take full responsibility for being wrong. I did something wrong. And I need to figure out how we can fix this. Like, I am sorry. I want this to work and I want to fix this. So cutting the other person off is not for your partner. It needs to be for you. Because number one, if this is somebody that you've gained feelings for, you're not helping by talking to them, period. Talking to them, communicating with them, emailing them, texting them, following them on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever. None of that is good for you. You need to begin to get over this person or try to remove them from your life if you want to be with your partner and not with that other person. Because that's the thing. If you'd rather be with them, then you just need to, again, exit this situation and be with that person. But yeah, so cutting them off is definitely necessary. And a lot of people are in this situation and they choose not to cut this person off, the other person off, for whatever reason, excuse that they may have. Oh, that's my friend, or we're just going to be friends. And it's just like, what that tells the other person is, I don't care. You might be upset and it's going to make you feel hella uncomfortable. Even if your intentions are not to sleep with this person again and y'all had a long conversation, it's just like, we're not going to do it again. I pinky promise and it only happened one time or whatever. But think about how that person feels. Think about how your partner feels. Y'all are trying to rebuild y'all situation, and every time I turn around, you're talking to this bitch. You just resurfacing everything. And I might go over a couple minutes, guys, so don't worry, but I am wrapping it up. So no matter what, you need to literally rededicate yourself to your partner. So you don't got time to talk to no other bitches. You need to be focused the fuck on me, and we need to be doing some breathing exercises, bonding exercises, or whatever the fuck we gotta do to fix this. You don't have time to play with this bitch or this nigga or nothing. Because it sends a message of they're more important. My friendship with them, or my feelings for them, or their feelings, or me not wanting to cut them off to make them mad are more important than your feelings of feeling uncomfortable and salty. So, yeah. Another thing is, don't dismiss the situation. It has to be discussed. When you are the cheater, give your partner time to heal. Give your partner time to go through the motions. Don't be that person that says, damn, that shit happened last week. Ain't you over it yet? Because again, who are you to say how I feel? How long it's going to take me to get over this? So you need to understand that they have to now go through the motions. Studies show that it can take up to a year sometimes to rebuild trust. And that's something you have to ask yourself when you cheat on somebody and then you ask them to forgive you. Do I really want to dedicate a year of putting in the work that it's going to take to rebuild trust with this person? Do I really want to do that? Am I really going to do that? Do I feel like that? Do I got time for that? Am I in the fucking mood for that? If you're not, then you're not, and you ain't built anyway. But if you are, like, you just have to understand that that's the thing, and you don't know how what you did affects this person. No matter how much they cry, what they say to you, you don't understand how they feel. You know, so you need to say, you know, you need to give them that time. You need to give them that time to express their feelings. Don't dismiss their feelings. Don't, you know, to a certain point, I went back and forth with this in my research, but it says, you know, if they ask you questions and they want details, talk about it. Now, I say I go back and forth with it because just like, yeah, I want to know where y'all was at, where y'all do it, what happened, was it good? It's just like, well, you kind of don't want to know that, because if I say it was better than yours, then you're going to be sick and you're going to be ready to let your throat. But on the flip side, yeah, I think I do need to know the details. If y'all had sex in my car and then we're fucking a month later and I'm finally starting to get over this and I see a fucking random pair of fucking panties in my back seat, I'm going to flip. So at least if I already knew from the day of confession, all right, this happened in the car, then if I find the panties, I'm still going to be mad. I'm still going to flip, and it's probably going to piss me off regardless. But the reality is you were honest and you told me, and I just happened to not find the drawers. You probably didn't even know they were in there. So it's just like, this is all about adulting, guys. This is all about really handling shit. You have to really fix shit. Relationships are work. And if you want them to work, you gotta work at it. You have to put in some real live work. You do something wrong, you gotta work double time. And the reality is, if you're the person that got cheated on, you gotta work too. Because not only do you have to work on rebuilding and getting over what happened, but you have to fix this to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because a relationship is a partnership and both people are equally responsible for what goes down. You don't have control over nobody's actions, of course. At the end of the day, you can't pull his dick out and stick it into another fucking person. But at the same time, you have to, at some point, once you get over your anger and get over your frustration and everything like that, you have to process and determine what could I have done different? What about our situation, whether I'm giving or not giving, or taking or not taking, or doing or not doing, that can avoid us to get in here again. I'm not saying take the guilt trip and say, well, I'm not doing this, and oh, this is all my fault, and if I just would have loved him, then no. But what I am saying is, in a real relationship, if you follow the steps properly and you go through it and say, why is this happening? If this is happening solely because your nigga got mommy issues, then you as a real bitch need to start signing him up for some type of fucking counseling or something. He needs some couch time, because we need to get to the bottom of this. Because I'm not going to keep taking that as an excuse, and now you got mommy issues and every 5 minutes you're going to fucking break up with me or you're going to cheat on me. No, I'm not taking that. So, yeah. But my Instagram time is ending, so I don't want to be on one thing and not the other thing. Another one is, you know, don't keep bringing it up. If you're the person that got cheated on, bring it up, talk about it, but don't keep bringing it up. Give your time to actually heal. If you feel like after 3 weeks and you just got to keep saying the same shit and y'all done talked about it, give yourself 10, 15 minutes each day for 2 weeks and y'all talk about it or whatever, and then you can't do the rest, then maybe you're not built. Maybe you just don't want to fix it. It's too much to handle. It's too much to remember, too much on your conscience, and you just can't do it, and that's okay. But if you really want to get past it, don't keep bringing it up. Take the time to heal. Talk to your partner. Be completely honest. If you are the person that cheated, be honest, guys. Tell the truth. Tell all the details, because you don't want something to come bite you in the ass. You don't want one of the small, minute details that you decided to leave out to, like I said, come and bite you in the ass, and then, you know, you be at your fucking favorite restaurant. You forgot to tell your wife that you took her to your favorite restaurant. Then the waitress come like, oh yeah, last time you were here, you forgot your card or you forgot your pen. And it's just like, what? That would hurt. So yeah, I'm going to continue this, not next week, more so continue on this topic, but I do have like a part 2 continuation to this aspect of a situation. I just thank all you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. This episode will be up on YouTube. I will also save it on my Instagram story for 24 hours. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. If you're cheating on somebody, cut it the fuck out or break up with them. Establish your relationships. Figure out what's the root of the problem. Try to fix it, and that be that. Okay? Thank you. Love you. Good night.